We know that your craving for car news is insatiable, so here's a lineup of the most exciting sports cars and super exotic automotive projects that were recently introduced. We have got Restomods, Grand Tours, racetrack machines, and so much more. So subscribe to Automotive Territory and enjoy the ride. Lamborghini Temerario. The replacement for the Huracan is making waves across the spacetime continuum by going back to the V8 engine, which was last used in 1981 by the Lamborghini Jalpa. The exterior pays tribute to the models of the past, but also uses contemporary features like hexagonal-shaped DRLs, exposed engine, and a new spoiler. The shapes are less edgy, there is a choice of cast, forged, or carbon wheels, and the optional lightweight Alligatorita package can introduce lots of carbon elements to reduce the weight by up to 55 pounds. The name Temerario belongs to the bull that fought in 1875. It means fierce and courageous. These traits are reflected in the powertrain, which is comprised of Lambo's first turbocharged engine and 3 electric motors. The 4-liter twin-turbo V8 HPEV makes the class-leading 920 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque. The Temerario gets to 60 in 2.7 seconds and reaches 215 mph speeds. Owing to the new titanium chassis, the new Bull offers more interior space. The driver's seat has 18-way adjustability, there are 3 displays with wireless smartphone connectivity, a Sonos Faber audio system, and limitless customization opportunities. Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. The Vette is often featured in top 10 lists as one of the world's cheapest supercars. With a price tag of just around $180,000, the beast now makes 1,064 horsepower and gets a finely tuned chassis to fit the newly discovered might. The mid-mounted 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8 keeps the flat-plane crank design, but gets labeled LT7 due to the sheer number of updates. There is no wanky electrification. Instead, Chevrolet claims that it is the first factory turbocharged engine to be installed on the Corvette and America's most powerful V8 to ever leave the production line of the OEM carmaker. To handle the extra power, the ZR1 gets an updated 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, a standard adaptive suspension, largest yet carbon ceramic brakes, and over 1,200 pounds of downforce produced at the top speeds by its aerodynamic package. The Chevy Corvette ZR1 will be sold in coupe and retractable hardtop variants, plus 1LZ and 3LZ models offering Bose premium audio, HD cameras, power-adjustable heated and ventilated seats, leather-wrapped dashboard, and a 12-inch infotainment. Aston Martin Vanquish. This Aston makes a comeback to vanquish its competition. The slaying begins by replacing its own sibling DBS that was axed in 2023. The third-generation Vanquish becomes the new Grand Touring flagship and the most powerful mass-produced car from the Brits to date. Instead of hybridizing an existing mill and going for smaller displacement, Aston Martin stayed true to its convictions and developed a new V12 powerhouse from the ground up. This front mid-mounted 5.2-liter twin-turbo delivers 835 horsepower and 737 pound-feet to the rear wheels, with a peak output ranging between 2,000 and 5,000 RPM. The V12 works with a rear-mounted CF torque converter transaxle and an electronically controlled rear differential. This half-a-mil supercar sports Bilstein GTX dampers, 21-inch wheels with Pirelli P0 rubber, carbon ceramic brakes, and electronic aids that can be disengaged for extreme driving. The recommended color for the Vanquish is Supernova Red, but the body with carbon fiber panels can be painted in the shades of silver, white, and black. The cabin environment is the apex of aesthetics, with 2 handcrafted seats, rear luggage area, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, and the next-generation infotainment. If you want to see the second episode of this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel right away. We keep rolling. Eccentrica V12. Lamborghini Diablo is one of the most recognizable supercars of 1990s, and the first production Lambo to be capable of reaching 200 miles per hour. The vision of the revitalized Devil comes from the newly established startup Eccentrica Cars, originating from San Marino. This back-to-the-future Lamborghini rides on the upgraded suspension with new active dampers and a convenient front-lift system to deal with the speed bumps. There are some structural composite reinforcements, standard power steering, and stopping power from Brembo. The planned 19 units of Eccentrica V12 are going to retain the scissor doors, pop-up headlights, and the wedge-style body, but there are new 19-inch wheels and DRLs. Luckily, the creators chose not to mess up the classic V12 of this build too much. Therefore, the 5.7-liter gets an updated 6-speed manual with different ratios, sending 550 horsepower and 442 pound-feet to the rear wheels, and it breathes through the custom center exit exhaust system. Lastly, Eccentrica refreshed the cabin by getting rid of all the plastics, improved its ergonomics, and installed a retro-vibing digital dash. Renault R17. Back in 1970s, the R17 Coupe was an undisputed attention grabber due to its unconventional geometric shapes and a radical style highlighted by 4 halogen headlamps and blinds in the rear section. More than 100,000 units of this Renault sports coupe were sold, and now it is being honored by the famous French designer Automotive, who built a stunning all-electric concept. The retro-futuristic design exercise gets an all-carbon body painted in an exclusive galactic brown. Just like its predecessor, the Neo R17 gets 4 rectangular LED headlights, there is a unibrow rear light, and the iconic blinds in the rear quarter of the window. The 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine was ditched in favor of a rear-mounted electric motor that nearly triples the power output to 270 horses. Or managed to preserve the vintage vibes of the cabin by using old-school materials inspired by the retro furniture. And additionally, the dashboard keeps the classic squared-off dials, but those were digitized. Tuthill GT One. The GT1 Le Mans race class was introduced in 1993 and is often characterized as one of the most vibrant periods in the racing history. The idea to honor the legacy of that era came up in a conversation between the two ultimate car fans, Richard Tuthill, the owner of Tuthill Porsche, and Elliot Ross, a renowned car collector and a film producer. Despite having a clear resemblance to the 911, the 22 units of the Tuthill GT1s will be built from scratch and are expected to take over 3,500 man-hours to complete. The supercar gets full carbon fiber body attached to the tubular structure. It rides on the twin wishbone suspension front and rear and a quartet of Michelin Pilot Sport 4S rubber. There will be a choice of 2 engines, a 4-liter flat-6 making 500 horses, or its forced induction version making 600. As standard, the power will be sent to the rear wheels via a 7-speed DCT, but there is also an option to upgrade to a traditional manual. The advanced digital dashboard is elegantly fitted to the interior and accompanied by the convenient, classically styled analog buttons. Cadillac SOLLEI. Cadillac has not been the gold standard of luxury for the past 50 years, so very few people got excited by their return to coach building. However, while the Celestiq shooting brake fell short of expectations, the SOLLEI concept seems like an entirely different story. It strikes the chords by paying homage to the iconic caddies of the golden era. Gets a 2+2 cabin with only a pair of enormous 5-foot-long doors, the body's hand-painted in Manila cream, and the car rides on 23-inch wheels with a shiny silver finish. Design-wise, the SOLLEI is elevated to the league of the world's most expensive cars, like Rolls-Royce boat tails. It is underpinned by the Ultium platform, spec'd for 600 horsepower and 300 miles of range. The chassis gets Caddy's most advanced adaptive air ride suspension with the latest generation of magnetic ride control. The unique touch of the cabin is an integrated chiller with a power door and a bespoke crystal decanter and glasses. Plus, there is a custom case with 3D printed acrylic bird calls and other accessories for billionaire bird watchers. Porsche's Sonderwunsch 911 Speedster. Translated from German, Sonderwunsch means a special request. This is Porsche's in-house program that fulfills the most exotic requests from its owner enthusiasts. This particular build was ordered by the designer and Speedster collector Luca Trezzi. He realized his lifelong dream of owning the 4th-generation Type 993 Porsche 911 in the Speedster variant, which had never been released to the mass market. This one-off is based on the 1994 911 Carrera Cabriolet and is painted in the newly developed vibrant body color named Otto Yellow after the feature's owner's dog. The Sonderwunsch team bolted on 18-inch light alloy wheels and turbo design, painted them black, and added some aerodynamic elements. The interior is dominated by the hand-stitched black leathers with checkered flag patterns. There are some sporty carbon fiber inserts and a state-of-the-art infotainment with navigation and Apple CarPlay. All the moving parts of this 911 come from the Carrera RS donor, so welcome the 3.8-liter air-cooled 6-cylinder, making 300 horses. The second volume of this video is already being finalized, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out the suggested links on the screen. Smash the like button and give us ideas of what topics you would like us to cover next. Join the community of Automotive Territory, come back for more, and as always, may the torque be with you!